A very good evening, our lovely viewers. Welcome to TAIMEX Nutrition Center. My name is Joshua Kagoro, sitting in for my colleague Jordan Lokomwa, who is away. And every second Tuesday of the month, we bring you Dr. Ismail Tamale. Doctor, many thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
As usual, we bring you questions that come from different people, from different places. And let's start with the first question. Precious Mauro from Untungamo says, my daughter is 15 years and has been diagnosed with arthritis. The doctor say it doesn't cure. Can your diet help her?
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, viewers. As they have been introduced to me, Dr. Tamale Ismail from TAIMEX Nutrition Center, and we do what we call nutrigenomics. First of all, I have to thank all those people who have loved their health and have been coming to TAIMEX Nutrition Center simply to know what foods to eat and not to eat, what exercise to do and not to do, so that they can keep themselves healthy. Maybe as we start our questions tonight, I have again to appeal to the viewers who are here that the best medicine that you are seeking for any ailment and prevention of most of the ailments you have is not in India, it's not in Malaysia, it's not in America, it is not anywhere, it is in your kitchen. So if you handle your kitchen very well, that's where the medicine is. That's why you have seen quite a lot of things happening. People go out, they come back. Second time you see them, you can welcome in coffins at the airport. Why? You are leaving the medicine in your house. So basically in TAIMEX Nutrition Center, that's what we mainly would we work on, that you make your food your medicine. The first question, I'll go to the questions as they asked. Somebody has arthritis. And of course, as I've been, arthritis is to viewers who are just tuning in, arthritis should never scare you. Arthritis just means joint pain. There's no microorganism which causes arthritis, and there is nowhere in the world where they vaccinate against arthritis. Not. So, Precious, arthritis is just joint pains. What is causing the joint pains? Of course, this is the major cause of this problem of joint pains is diet and lifestyle strategy. I will go a bit deep in when, for example, you are eating foods which are not compatible to your blood group and genotype. They have lectins. Lectins are microprotein compounds which bind the blood cells. Then they go into the joints, plus the lectins in the wrong foods, plus the agglutinated cells, they log into the joints, and the immune system will think it has been attacked, and then you start getting a problem. That's why arthritis is called...
Understand this better. And really, not only Kanago, but so many people, and the vast majority of people who do exercises, really, you hear them say, I'm going to burn calories, I'm reducing fats, and by reducing fats, really, I'm reducing the diseases. Okay, the possibility, there's a possibility that diseases won't come closer as easy as it is.
If it had been like that, you see, yes, you burn calories, but even exercises may help you very little to reduce weight if you are not tackling the root cause of the weight. Because you are doing exercises, but are you tackling why you are having the weight? And of course, common sense, if it had been in that line, then you would be having footballers and these athletes dying at age 110, 140 because they're always doing exercises. But the issue is the exercise helps you keep a body fit, it delays the development of these non-communicable diseases, and it also helps you to keep fit. So those are the only ones, but it's not going to cure your disease that, if it had been like that, all people with diabetes would be waking up in the morning and run and come back and they say diabetes has cured. Never. That's why even small people will have diabetes, because the problem is in the pancreas. As long as there's a problem in the beta cells, whether you are small or fat, you will get the diabetes. However, the fat people have more chances of getting the diabetes because the body is already stressed and already metabolism is manifested that it's already bad. That's why they're putting on the weight. Yes.
Okay. And Dana Itungo is in Vugolobi, and she says, at home my husband is O plus, and I am O plus, as well as as well as all our children. Do we eat the same foods? How do you answer that, doctor?
You see, viewers here, we have to be to understand something, that the blood group diet was the first in the research, and it came out in 1997. Here, the research first looked at, when they were trying to look at the reasons why people were falling sick, they were mainly focusing on the first focus was on the blood groups. So, no, okay, people of this particular group should eat this food, they should do this, they should do this. Okay. But then as the research went on, it realized that actually even people of the same blood group, when given the same foods, they were reacting differently. That's why the research moved in to go up to the genetic level. So you may be a blood group O, Itungo, you may be a blood group O when you were a hunter, GT1, and your husband may be a blood group O, GT4. The foods will completely differ. And the children, we cannot tell which genotype they are taking. So it is not true that when you have the same blood groups in the family, you eat the same food. No, because we are not eating foods according to blood groups, but we eat foods according to the genetic formation. How your blood group O plus or minus. Are you a hunter, explorer, or gatherer? And then the foods completely differ. For example, GT1 hunter, blood group O hunter, they eat matoke and sweet potatoes. GT2 blood group O, GT2 gatherer, they don't take matoke, they don't take sweet potatoes. So if you are going to eat the same foods, the gatherer will be suffering with the diseases, while the O will be running with a very healthy life. So that is where the whole thing is. And some of you have read these books on the internet. Some are getting things from the internet. There are books which Dr. Peter Dadamo has written, like Eat Right for Your Type, Live Right for Your Type, these blood group dietary books. Yes, you can read those books to pick out the genesis of the blood group diet and the nutrigenomics, but the diet is there. They are not going to help you much. You have to come and define and make a blood group diet. Otherwise, and make a genotype diet. The blood group diet was more general. So it's, you will not eat the same, you may not eat the same foods. Okay. So that's, yes.
Kiria Moses from Ginger, he asks, Doctor, you treated my ulcers in 2018 and they healed. Is it true that if I eat ginger, they will come back?
Mr. Moses Kiria. If it had been like that, all people who are buying the ginger in the markets will be having ulcers and they'll be running to hospital with the ulcers. So that's the first thing you have to understand. Ginger does not cause ulcers. Absolutely. Actually, ginger is a very, very, very powerful medicine which is neglected. Ginger improves immunity. Ginger helps in the digestive system. It's anti-inflammation. You know the inflammation we talked about before, complaining in somebody asked, I don't know from where, question number 2. He was talking of burning sensation and so on. Ginger is one of the things that can help him. It helps in weight loss. Instead, actually, it helps in treatment of ulcers. So, Mr. Moses, don't get worried. Ginger is a very, very, very good medicine. It helps for the skin. It helps on the cardiovascular problems. It burns out fats. It is antimicrobial and it has what we call antifungal and antibacterial properties. So, if there is H. pylori in the stomach and you are taking ginger, it should be able to help to fight it. So Instead, you take a lot of it. Take a lot of it. It has a lot of health benefits. And even those who have not come to TAIMEX, please don't neglect ginger. Don't be deceived by those who tell you when you take ginger you get ulcers. There is no way. Ginger doesn't cause ulcer. Actually, ginger is a very, very powerful medicine, which everybody I request watching this program. If you have not been taking ginger in your tea, run to the markets and stock ginger, and always make sure you put ginger in your tea. Ginger is very, 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 very good.
And maybe talk about ginger here. The onset of COVID-19 3 years ago, to be specific, in 2020, people use ginger so many times. One will tell you every single day, twice a day, I use ginger. And so tell us, maybe I believe this could be one of the people who use ginger so many times during COVID.
No, ginger is very, very, very good. Actually, that's why they were taking during COVID, because it has antifungal, antibacterial
so
properties.
No side effects?
No. Ginger has no side effects. It has no side effects.
It's clear. We believe Kiria Moses.
It has no side effects. It's a very good medicine. That's why it's expensive in many countries. Very expensive. People are exporting ginger from here. For us, we are busy exporting it out. But people, you find somebody is growing ginger at home and doesn't even eat it. They are always selling it in the market. Actually, people should ensure to make sure that they take ginger in very high concentration. Ginger is very good. It has a lot of properties. It even helps you to fight this thing like HIV pylori. So if you are treating these conditions and you are taking ginger, it actually helps you a lot. It helps in nausea, people, especially these women who get pregnant and they start developing nausea, it helps in all those things. Yeah.
Okay. And Doctor, we are answering Prosen Nachibule from Masaka. And she says, Doctor, I'm diabetic and on medication. Despite taking the drugs, my sugar levels are shooting up. I'm now on insulin. How can I be helped?
Prosi, you are treating diabetes. That's good. But you are not treating the root cause of the diabetes. And therefore, it cannot go. We had the previous question, we talked about the cause of diabetes. How it comes, what causes it, and where the problem is. So if you are not addressing your diet, there is no way this diabetes will go. For example, you find somebody is treating diabetes, is taking posho, is taking wheat, chapati bread. Surely, even if you get the best doctor in the world, you get him from the moon, he cannot treat your diabetes. So, one of the reasons why your diabetes is just increasing, while you are busy treating the diabetes, you are not tackling the root cause of your diabetes. So the solution, come to TAIMEX Nutrition Center. We shall genotype you.
Maybe Dr. Offhead, can you tell us some of the causes of diabetes? Offhead.
Oh?
Offhead. For Prosi to understand this.
Okay, Prosi to understand. Let me repeat it because I said it in the first. What is diabetes? Diabetes is having high sugar levels in the blood. Why do you have high sugar levels in the blood than normal? Because the body system can no longer allow the sugar to enter into the muscles to be burned, into the body cells to be burned. Why is this so? Because the insulin you have, because the work of the insulin is to open up the cells and allow the glucose to go in to be burned for you to get energy.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you don't have insulin at all, then that means the sugar will not be able to enter the cell to be burned to energy. That is, the factories have shut down completely in the pancreas. Now, if the factories are there and they are bringing fake insulin, insulin to which the body is resistant, the insulin will come, but it cannot open the cell for the glucose to go in to be burned for you to get energy. So it will continue floating in the blood. Okay, then where is this insulin supposed to be coming from? The insulin comes from the pancreas. Now, if the insulin is coming from the pancreas, where exactly does it come from the pancreas? It is produced by the beta cells in the pancreas. Exactly. What goes wrong such that either the insulin is no longer produced or it is resistant to the body. What goes wrong is you are eating foods which have wrong lectins, which have wrong lectins, which go and interfere with the beta cells. Now the beta cells start producing insulin, which is fake or diluted, to which the body becomes resistant. Or the beta cells, at times the lectins from these wrong foods, they completely destroy the beta cells and they don't produce insulin at all.
Okay.
So what is to be done? One, to stop taking foods which are busy destroying and interfering with the beta cells. That's
Maybe
the
on
first
that
thing.
very point, what foods should we stop taking?
And exactly, that's why you have to come to TAIMEX Nutrition Center, and we know your blood group, and because the foods that destroy the pancreas, the beta cells in a blood group O hunter, are not the ones which will destroy it in a blood group A teacher. Each body system has foods which have lectins which destroy their beta cells in production. So that's why it is necessary to know, look, this is your body system, these are the foods which are going to help up your body system. Because what basically we do, you eat foods which are compatible to your genes. Okay? That means every day you eat medicine. So the whole body system is being treated every day from your kitchen.
Okay.
So that is where, so this Nakibule pros, you just need to come to TAIMEX Nutrition Center. We shall genotype you, we shall tell you what foods to eat, we shall give you some of the food supplements which you take for a short time, about 30 days. You take them once in a lifetime, because our food supplements are taken once in a lifetime. Why? Okay. Because as long as you take them and they try to bombard the dangerous spots in the body system, then your work is to eat the right foods, and then the body starts healing itself. We believe in the self-healing of a body. Our bodies are not supposed to rely on mercenaries of herbs, drugs, food supplement. They can exist by themselves. But how? By giving them the right foods which are compatible to their body system.
We believe Prosi got that. And what is important here and really rewarding is that most of these questions are coming from the farthest parts of the country, not from Kampala, not even from the Kampala metropolitan area. And I believe as we're having these discussions, we're helping the entire country and we're healing the entire country. And at this time, let me take you to Guru. And this is John Leku. He says, I've tried to lose weight through fasting and exercises, but failed. What could be the issue, doctor?
First of all, Mr. John Leku, yes, you are trying to lose weight through fasting, through exercises. But losing the weight, Leku, is not the issue. The issue is what is bringing the weight. See, really? People struggle to lose weight, but the issue is not losing the weight. The issue is what is causing you to gain the weight.
Okay.
That's why there are so many therapies you can do to lose weight. You can decide to fast for 10 days. You lose the weight. Okay. You can say you are going to only to drink water throughout for 10 years, for 30 days. You lose the weight. But will you maintain it?
Okay.
You can't maintain it because you have not tackled what is causing the cause of your weight. So, Mr. Leku, exercises are very good. They keep the body system fit. Fasting, intermittent fasting is very
Doctor,
good.
maybe if I can interject in here, and this is quite intriguing. I've been this size for my entire life, and am I on the right track, or there's a problem there? I don't add, I don't lose.
Problem is what causes weight. Yes, you have been on your weight for a very long time. There are so many things to explain some of this, but one of it, you may be among those who doesn't fancy food. There are people who don't fancy food, so they just eat to survive. They just eat to live. So they cannot. That means all the food they eat is always be used by their body system. There's nothing like excess calories to be stored as fats. Two, there are some people genetically who are small.
Okay.
So it could be that genetically that is your body it is. Three, it could be that at times there are foods. When you eat wrong foods, they can reduce your weight. They can, for example, you know when you eat foods, the lectins in the foods, they interact with the thyroid hormones. They can interact with the thyroid hormones on a positive note, whereby somebody puts on weight, becomes sluggish, and so on. Then at times on the negative side, where somebody becomes hyperactive and he loses weight, becomes senior, although he's eating. So all this is out of that. Then of course, there's also genetic information that somebody genetically, his genes are, he's small genetically.
Okay.
So that could be one of them. But for this one who is fighting weight, of course now, what is causing your weight? What is causing your weight is nothing else. There is no microorganism which causes weight. Number one.
Does that mean
Two.
then maintaining weight, maintaining that belly or the fats, is it dangerous?
Of course, it is. It is. It is very, very dangerous. The cause of your weight is either you are eating foods which are not compatible to a blood group, which the body system cannot metabolize quickly. So that is the major cause of weight, by the way. That's why there is nowhere in the world where they vaccinate against weight. That, oh, you come to say square, people who don't want to become fat come and we vaccinate you. Never.
Oh, really?
It is vaccinated in your cup, plate, and glass. And it is, the weight is chased away by what you are eating and what you are drinking. Not in your, not in hospitals that you are going, no, never.
Okay. So, and this is Agasha Melissa from Mbarara. She says, I'm 23 years old. My weight is 92 kilograms, and everyone comments about my weight, yet I'm not sick. Is there any problem with being overweight?
She's how many years?
She's 23.
23.
Yes.
23 years. Okay.
And she feels she's stigmatized.
You see,
because of commenting about her weight all the time, over and again.
Okay. You see, first of all, you have to understand, Melissa, that weight is mainly determined by God the day you are put in your mother's womb. The day you are created, God will determine that your height will be this, and therefore the weight, we don't expect you to go beyond 60 or 70. So after that, we call it the first town meeting. You know, in the creation of a human being, genes sit at different times, but the first genes which sit in the first town meeting, they have to decide what should be the weight, what should be the height, what sort of nose should this one have, what sort of eye. So all these things are determined there. Now, once the weight is determined and the height, so all your organs' performance are made according to the weight they have calculated. So if your body system has been calculated to be 70 kilograms, all the organs, the pancreas, the what, everything is going to the heart and so on is supposed to work for 70. Now, when you put on more kilograms, for example, instead of 70, you are 80, you are 90. You don't die there and then, but this weight sets up a slow, protracted, calculated gorilla in the body system because the organ is going fading. It's like maybe we time it to a drone car, or a Kamunye car.
Okay.
Brand new, capacity 14 passengers. But for you want to put there 28. Yes, they will fit you. You will crowd them there. You go to Moroto, come back. Go to Moroto, come back. After 3 months, they will do it down.
The durability of the vehicle.
Me, my Kamunya, I will put there 14 people. I will take it to Moroto and back for a whole year. So every time you are putting on weight on your body beyond what you are supposed to have, then you have successfully processed a passport and a visa towards your grave. What is remaining now is air tickets. And the air tickets come in what form? High blood pressure airways, diabetes express, cancer. Because the body system is under stress. It is now defending something bigger than it's supposed to defend. It's supposed to defend 70 kilograms. You are putting on 80, 90. So if you develop cancer, how do you expect cancer can go? If you develop all these conditions, how can it? Because the body system does not have a chance to try to, it is already stressed with the weight. The heart is supposed to pump blood through 80 through 70.
So right
now
there,
you are 80.
Right there, doctor. What's the standard weight of a human being?
The standard weight of a human being
Yes.
is a function of his height.
Okay.
So that's why we say when you date your weight in kilograms and divide with your height in meters squared, the answer you get should be between 18 and 24.9.
Say it again, doctor, for someone who didn't hear it to understand.
Get your weight in kilograms. For example, somebody is 70 kilograms.
Okay.
Over 80 kilograms. Then you divide it. Okay, the ideal weight, let me just go to the ideal weight. The ideal weight is get your height squared. If you are, for example, 1.7 meter, multiply 1.7 by 1.7 by 24.9. Okay? 24.9 is standard. That the answer you get is the maximum weight you are supposed to be.
Okay.
So if you are beyond that, you have bought a passport to your grave, period. Because the body system is getting that's why I see when people become fat and so on, even the breathing itself changes, they become sluggish. Here they may try to show energy, but time comes when it gives up. The legs starts giving way. Starts getting pains in the leg, because the legs were supposed to carry 70 kilograms, and now carrying 90. So that is the heart is supposed to pump blood through 70 kilograms. It is now passing it through 90. Because the iron about it is, a human being has 5 quarts of blood. So whether you are 70 kilograms, you remain with 5 liters, 5 quarts. Whether you are 90, you remain with 5 quarts. The big people, fat people don't have extra blood. That, oh, now he's very fat. He says, now God has increased it for him. He has 10 quarts. Never. So you see, that is how the stress comes in with this weight. Yeah. Actually, weight is very. Then, of course, it causes. Then, of course, as you go on, you start getting conditions. Very soon, you start getting joint pain. Very soon, you start getting diabetes. And actually, these days, we get at our center, youth, 28, 27, 25, they are battling diabetes and pressure. At age 28, 27. Others are having joint pains. At one time they brought us a kid, I think he had arthritis. He was 12. But the good thing, when we changed the diet and some supplements, after 3 weeks he came back to jumping up.
Is that overnutrition, doctor?
Which one?
Kids. We have kids.
Not overnutrition, wrong foods. Because
as young as 15.
Yeah, because you see, especially children from the modern families, the children who have grown up in the rural areas, they have had that bitter part of the life. So, but they start getting problems when they come in the urban setting and start putting in the wrong things. Now, there are children who are born already in the wrong things. Okay? So they start them at the wrong time, at as early age. So by the time they start getting age 15, they are harvesting. They are harvesting. That's why if you drive and you go to Ntwetwe, you will find there, you will not find there a child wearing glasses.
Okay.
From S1 up to senior 6.
Why so?
The life of they are living. But you come to Kampala here, people in nursery are having glasses. People in P1 are having glasses. P4, you've got children having glasses. Why? Diet and lifestyle strategy in the urban center.
But some, that's the better way of living. That is improving standards of living.
What you think is a better way of living is actually passport to your grave. And that's what the mistake we're doing. Where the Western world has moved from is where we are trying to go.
And this is a good message to parents, especially in urban settings, what they feed their children. And
that's why you have infant obesity, you have all children having diabetes, people also find a child of 8 years is having diabetes. This used to be disease for living. So
obesity can start as early as infant stage?
Yes.
Okay.
It does.
That's quite interesting. Thank you so much. And really, if you're watching, you out there watching from wherever you're watching, you had a pen and paper to write and understand the normal weight of a human being, the standard weight of a human being, with some calculations here from Doctor. We believe you got it. And this takes us to our last question, which is from Gulu. And Ben Nyeko says, what quantity of water should one take in a day? Is there any danger in taking too much of it?
Of course, Mr. Ben Nyeko.
And really, and when it comes to water consumption, and our behavior isn't really good. We don't take much water, as much as we could.
Yes, true. Water is life, and water is very important to our bodies.
Okay.
But however, it must be taken in a particular rhythm for it to have the maximum benefits. First of all, Nyeko, never be deceived. There is no quantity of water that one should take a day. You take water according to your body needs. I always tell people, if you went to a country like Saudi Arabia, the temperature is about 40-45. You take 2 liters of water in the morning, and you may not even go for a short call the whole day. Uganda is humid, hot and humid. So respiration is very, very low. One take a bottle of half a liter of mineral water and somebody is frequenting a toilet. Okay. So the amount of water taken depends on the environment and the work you are doing. That's the first thing that you have to understand. Okay. 2, there is a certain amount of water which the body is supposed to retain. If you overtake a lot of water, first of all, when you talk of water, taking it is water.
What is a lot of water in this sense? And
he did not specify, but there are people who you find is taking 5 liters of water a day. That's madness. He's taking 3 liters of water a day. He's here in Kampala. He's taking 3 because they told us, no, water can be in tea, in food, in fruits you are eating. They all have water, and also the activities you are doing. Somebody sleeping in a Corolla, driving a Mercedes-Benz,
but some doctors
with the air conditioner, cannot take the same amount of water.
Some doctors tell us to take 4 liters of water.
You see, that's what I'm telling you, that's wrong. Because when you take a lot of water, it is going to induce over urinating.
Okay. And
when you urinate, the water you have drunk is not what you're going to push out, but the one which is already in the body system. That's why when you take too much water, you end up with electrolyte imbalance. And a friend of mine had to go to hospital. They told him you have electrolyte imbalance. Looking at him, he was taking 5 liters of water every day. What do you expect? Electrolytes will be moving out, because every time you pee, the electrolytes will be moving out, so they are going to have electrolyte imbalance. Then others you find they have swollen. Too much water is not good, but water is very good, but must be taken. That's why when you come to TAIMEX Nutrition Center, we show you how should you take water to act as medicine in your body system. Water must be taken in a rhythm, in a calculated way, in the morning, after a meal, what quantities to take generally. If you have talked too much, you can take some water. If you feel thirsty, you can take some water. When you're going to take a meal, you can take some small water. So that's why we take water in a rhythm. But this first of all, when you take over too much water, you over-urinate, you overwork the kidney, you overworking the urethra, and you overworking the bladder.
Okay.
So those are some of the dangers which you find in taking too much water.
Briefly, 2-3 words.
Yes, of course. This is an appeal to people who have come to TAIMEX Nutrition Center. I appeal to you: don't be confused and don't be derailed. We have had bad experience. You people, you came, you chewed, then you come back when you have other conditions, then you say you were confused, people disorganized you, and they told, don't listen to anybody. Be the first to know, and what you know is the best as far as nutrition is concerned. So if you have come to nutrition, please don't. People confuse nutrition and food, and you have to make a distinction here. Food is anything that you eat to survive. Right? You can say take portion beans from January to December. You will survive and go to another. But nutrition
is that balanced diet.
But you have to. But you will survive.
You will.
But nutrition is what you eat to thrive. So for us, what we do is to advise you to eat foods to thrive, not just surviving. So thank you very much for tuning in this program. See you next month, the second Tuesday of September. We shall be here. Have a very good night and take care of your health.
All right, you heard it all from Dr. Ismail Tamale from TAIMEX Nutrition Center. They're on a journey to good health through diet and nutrition. You heard it all. What is said on the mountain doesn't stay on the mountain. We hope you got a thing or two to help you and your family. Until next time, my name is Joshua Kagoro. We hope next time as we come back, Jordan Lukoma will be here, fit and sound, giving you good night, good luck, and God bless.
TAIMEX Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Bara and Jinja.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.